So are you also still creating users manually in your LearnWorlds account? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create LearnWorlds user on contact form 7th submission. So with here I'm running a edutech company and we collect the details of our potential clients with the help of contact form 7. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive the details of our potential clients, automatically with the help of these same details, a new user should be created in my LearnWorlds account too. That too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between contact form 7 and LearnWorlds. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll guide you through the process of automatically creating LearnWorlds user whenever a contact form 7 submission is received. So if you are using contact form 7 to collect the course signups or student inquiries, you know that manually creating user accounts in LearnWorlds can be time consuming and inefficient. So with this automation in place, every form submission will instantly create a user in your LearnWorlds account, granting access to your course seamlessly. So stay tuned as we walk through the step-by-step setup of this powerful integration. So let's start with a really simple example. So let's say that my name is test user and I want to register for a course, alright. So as you can see that I've entered all of my details and now I'm just going to click on this submit to register. So as soon as we're going to click on this submit right over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully submitted this form. So now I'm just going to open my LearnWorlds account and we're going to refresh this all users page in order to check that we have created a new user or not. And yes, you can see that we have successfully created a new user. You can see name, which is test user, and you can see the email, which is testuser@pabblytudes.com. These are the same details which we entered in our test submission. So yes, you can see that this is done in minutes and in real time, that too without any manual efforts. So yes, this is the automation we are going to create in this video, and you have to stick to the video till the end if you also want to create this automation for your business. So let's get started. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But over here we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is contact form 7 and LearnWorlds, alright. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this blue button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create LearnWorlds user on contact form 7 submission. Contact form 7 to LearnWorld, and then we are going to click on this create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run, alright. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. So that's why we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. Alright, so today what I want is I want to create LearnWorlds user on contact form 7 submission. So for my trigger application, we have to select it as contact form 7. So I'm just going to search for contact form 7 right over here. And as you can see the same, so we are going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as a new form submission is made in my contact form 7, my workflow should be triggered or started. So we are just going going to select the same, and now it has given me a webhook URL. So we are just going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our contact form 7 account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we have to do is, first we are just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we have to follow this help text. All right, it is saying install and activate the contact form 7 plugin section in the WordPress dashboard. So what we have to do is, in order to create this setup, all right, first we have to install the contact form 7 plugin in our WordPress, right? I have already installed this, as you can see right over here. You have to install and activate the plugin first. All right, and now it is saying click on the edit option of a particular form in the form section in the WordPress dashboard. Navigate to the webhook section and check the send to webhook checkbox. All right, we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my WordPress dashboard. Now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the contact forms. All right, and now after coming over here towards the contact forms, you are going to see all the forms which I have already created, but I want to create this automation for this form, which is lead form. So I'm just going to go towards the edit of this form only. All right, so I'm just going to go towards the edit, and as you can see that this is my form. All right, so now it is said that we have to go towards the webhook of this. All right, so I'm just going to go towards the webhook section, and now we have to check this checkbox which is sent to webhook. So I'm just going to check it, and now it is asking me for the webhook URL. So we're just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And after doing all of this, we have to scroll down and click on this save. And as soon as we're going to click on this save right over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully added the webhook URL. And with this, we have successfully created a connection between our contact form 7 and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is, I'm just going to open my form. You can see that this is the form which I connected right now with my workflow. All right, so I'm just going to do the test submission of this form only. So let's say that for the first name I'm just going to keep it as demo. For the last name I'm just going to keep it as user. So I'm just going to enter user, and now it is asking me for the phone number. So for the phone number, I want the phone number to be this. So I'm just going to enter it right over here, and we're going to move on towards the email. I want the email to be demo5566@pabblytudes.com. So now after entering all of these details, we just have to click on this button which says submit. And as soon as we're going to click on this button which says submit right over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully submitted this form. And now what has happened is that contact form 7 has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see the first name which we entered, the last name, the phone, and the email which we entered, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new contact form 7 submission is made, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger the workflow, capture the response for the same. Alright, so now what I want is, I want to create LearnWorlds user on contact form 7 submission. So for that, I'm just going to select my action application as LearnWorlds. So I'm just going to search for LearnWorlds right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we have to select it as create user and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your LearnWorlds account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking for the API URL, the client ID, and the client secret. And to get this, we have to follow the help text, and it is saying that we are going to get all of these from the settings, developers, and then API. Alright, so what we have to do is, we first have to open our LearnWorlds account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the settings. And after coming over here towards the settings, we have to go towards the developers section and then towards the API. And over here you can see that we have our client ID, client secret, and the API URL. So I'm just going to copy all of these right from here, and we're going to paste it right over here in my workflow. Alright, so first I'm just going to copy this client ID, and we're going to paste the client ID right over here, and we're going to paste the confirm client ID too. We're going to do the same with the client secret. I'm just going to copy the client secret and paste it right over here. We're going to paste the API URL too. Over here you can see the API URLs. We're just going to copy it and paste it right over here. Now after pasting all of these, we just have to click on this save. And as soon as we're going to click on this save, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our LearnWorlds account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now we are going to move on forward in order to create a user. It is asking me for the email. Enter your email with which you want to create a user. So I want the email of my user to be this, which we received in the response of our previous step, right? So what we have to do is we have to enter this same email right over here in my LearnWorlds action step 2. But we are not going to enter the email manually or by copy pasting it like this, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected contact form 7 as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so here we have to enter the email. So we don't have to enter it manually like this, but instead we're going to map this from the previous response. So I'm just going to look for email in the previous response and we have to map it. And now as soon as we're going to map this email, now this field has turned a dynamic one. And now we are going to do the same with the username too. I'm just going to map the name of my lead right over here. As you can see that we have successfully entered both of these details, and now it is asking me to enter the password. So now I don't want to enter the password, I want to leave it towards the user to enter the password. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it as blank, and now it is asking me for many another details. So we have entered the details which are required, and we can leave all of these details and click on this save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely enter rest of the details too, but I've already filled in the required details, so I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully created a new LearnWorlds user with the help of these same details. So I'm just going to open my LearnWorlds account, and we have to go towards the left side of the bar and towards the users. And yes, you can see a new user created. You can see the name which is demo user, and over here you can see the email too which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new form submission is made in my contact form 7, automatically a user would be created in my LearnWorlds account. That too without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend, and we don't have to come back in again to our workflow to click on this save and send test request. Yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow and this video too. So if you have any questions related to the workflow or the video, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.